Happy Tuesday, everybody. It's been about 3 weeks since I've dropped a solo episode, so let's tap in, everybody. Well, 130 episodes deep, and want to give myself a round of applause for that. And thank you guys for continuing to support the show from all over the world. Now, the analytics have been phenomenal and have been wild to see so many fans from all over the world tuning in, from people from South America, from people in Vietnam, from people in Ireland. There's folks, it's just worldwide. 46 countries right now as of 7 days today. So 7 days, within 7 days, this podcast alone, me, myself, and I have reached 46 countries. And that's crazy. No paid promo, no nothing. Just word of mouth, and I appreciate every single one of you guys that have tuned in, that have tapped into this episode. And at the end of the day, like I tell every single one of y'all, anything is possible if you believe in yourself, if you try. Because the only person that's stopping you is you. So thank you for tuning in on today's brand new episode. It's been a minute, but let me catch you guys up. So I want to say a big thank you to the sponsors of this podcast. Dr. Dabber, Dr. Reefer, and Dr. ISO. Those are the doctors right there that keep ATLP doing well. Also, we have Hello Mary, we have Live Life Roll Dice, we have Dime merch. They're not a sponsor, but they're people that take care of the podcast. Just wanted to shout them out. And let's see. Did I miss somebody else? If I did, I do apologize, but we'll get there. So much has been going on, y'all. so much. Just recently, as of Sunday, made another amazing visit to the ER. And it's like, Gio, you almost go into the ER here and there all the time. Well, I'm transparent with my health, y'all. I tell you what's going on. So I went in for another cyst. I really don't know what's going on with me. Personally, I haven't went to go get checked on why this has been happening. It's not like happening every week. It's almost every other month. And just recently, I've been getting these little cysts here. No, not little. They're massive to the point where I got to go to the ER. So it's taken care of. But for all my men, for all my women, for just anybody in general, check on yourself. Take care of your health. Health is wealth. And I'm honest. I'll be honest. Like, for me, sometimes I just forget. And you're like, Gio, how do you forget? How do you forget about your own health? I'm so caught up in the moment. Working, doing what I love. And talking about work, there's been so much. So as many of you guys know, and for people that are tuning in for the very first time, welcome to the show. Let me tell you guys a little bit about me. So my name is Giovanni Delgado, born and raised in Oceanside. Spent majority of my life here, went in the service, got stationed on the East Coast, came back. And so I got a little bit of that Southern hospitality. I loved it. That's a little piece of me that, from out in the East, to bring it back to the West. And I started the podcast in just trying to help somebody, just trying to help my lady's cousin out. And I did. And from helping one person led to helping others. And then realizing that I have a voice, I have a platform that I can share with anybody and everybody. Because, a lot of us, we watch shows on TV, we watch shows on YouTube or on social media, and it's always these fancy people, these high-end people that, get the camera, get the time to be on camera. What about us regular folks? What about us hardworking folks that are, breaking our backs every day? Where's that spotlight? What about us? And that's where I come into play and give you guys the opportunity, the platform for that. So I have built this show and this platform all on my own. From social media, I've had the help from the very beginning, my brother did start the page because I asked him to, and I'm very thankful for that. But from that moment on, I took over, and the show's been on. The show's been mine. So, other than that, I've been doing it all myself. And it comes from recording to post to edit to social media. I do it all. And just to tell you guys that you can do it too, that's it. Anybody, like, look, if you got an Android, an Apple, a tablet, a desktop, some sort of electronic device that you're hearing this from, one way or another, there is a way for you to start your own show. There is a way for you to start your own dreams. Don't get to a point in your life where you wish you would have done this. You wish, oh, I wish I would have done this, or try to put it upon your child growing up, like, oh, trying to have your child live your dream. And that's not it. You shouldn't. You should have your child live their dream, and you should be able to live your dream too. Now, everybody has little goals. Everybody has little achievements and accomplishments that we all want to get to and attend to. And it's just figuring out how. Well, I tell everybody the same formula. It's like the Krabby Patty formula. And look, I stutter on the show, and that's okay, because I'm going to leave it in there. That just shows how genuine, how raw, and how real this is. Nothing scripted. And to be honest with y'all, I'm sitting here right now in my living room on the couch with the mics on, telling you guys this. And it's amazing. It's amazing to see the inspiration, the motivation that you lead to others, because you never know who's watching. And it's not about, I'm worried about who's watching me. It's about who I don't know who's watching. It's, you never know who you're inspiring. You never know who you're going to motivate, because not only is Around the Loop not just a local show, not just a show that's heard in Oceanside. Oh yeah, we heard about you in Oceanside. No. From Oceanside to Vista to Carlsbad, from SD all the way to LA. I'm stateside too. From Arizona, New Mexico, Las Vegas. Been all there by myself. To going, having interviews with folks from the East Coast, which I have another interview set up, and I've been meaning to do that. And Anthony, shout out to you. Keep doing your phenomenal work, your phenomenal music. We will do our episode. It is my fault that I'm lagging on the end. I just got to set up the Skype. That's all. But anyways, for you guys, anything is possible. And a lot of it, yeah, it does take a little bit of money. But basic knowledge is, hey, you got a device that you can, say you got a phone. You got a phone, okay, you got a great start. You got voice memos. If you got an iPhone, you got voice memos. You can record right there. And that's the start. And if you guys want to make your own show, reach out to Around the Loop Podcast. I will help you. I will gladly help you. I'll guide you in the right direction and get you started. But I won't do the show for you, because I got so much on my plate that I won't be able to do that. But I can guide you in the right direction, because if I can do it, you can do it too. So it does take money to invest in your craft. It does, unfortunately. And I'm honest with you guys, it takes money. Right now, I've been investing money rather than earning money from my show, because it takes money for travel, it takes money for equipment, for upgrading equipment, for this and that. It takes investment. And to this day, I'm still investing more than what it's, given back. But that's all going to change shortly. Got something very nice coming my way very shortly that I've been saving up for. And it's going to be worth every single penny, y'all. Talk about the quality is going to step up like no other. It's exciting. But that's the name of the game. So 130 episodes. How do you do it? How do I do it? You just keep going. You just keep going. Some weeks are smooth. Some weeks, I'll be posting 2 episodes weekly. Some weeks I'm posting just 1. And there's weeks that I don't. And I'm a normal human being too. I got things I got to do in my life. I got projects I work on. I've been getting into a lot of media, and more media than ever. Like, I'm doing my podcast. I'm doing content creation on the side. I'm doing music videos. I'm doing documentaries. I'm doing commercials. Like, I don't know. It's just like, for me, like, if it's possible to get it done, I'll try my best. If I can't possibly do something, I'm going to phone a friend. Because there are things that I can't pull off, and that's okay. But I got the right people that can. And that's the beauty of this, is don't be afraid to put your pride to the side and phone a friend. Don't be afraid to put your friends out there. I'm always, and anytime you meet me, I'm always putting people that I believe in out there, saying, oh, if you need X, Y, and Z, like I might, some folks want to hire me to do certain things, certain videography, certain photography. And I tell them, I say, right now, you deserve better quality. I can give you the best I can, but I have somebody that has the proper equipment that can deliver you those proper images that you truly deserve. And you might say, Jill, well, what's the difference between what you shoot and what they shoot? Well, I shoot my stuff on iPhone. Everything, my whole podcast, everything's on an iPhone. From all my filmmaking to everything, iPhone. Just to show you guys the power of what you can do. You put your heart, mind, and soul into it. Anything's possible. It's all done on my iPhone. I know a few artists that do everything on their iPhone. I know a few producers. I know a few videographers, photographers that's just strictly iPhone. And it's beautiful images, don't get me wrong. But there is a point where the clarity, the megapixels, it does come into play. And that's okay. Like, we all strive to want to be better. And that's fine. But as I sit here and getting very close to my birthday, y'all. So my birthday's coming up next Thursday. That's right, April 23rd. So April 23rd is ATLP's birthday. And it's not the 2-year anniversary. It's actually my birthday. So I'm excited about that. What do I have planned? Not sure. But I do have an idea of how I want to start the morning off right. And that's by visiting the doctor right away. So if you know, you know. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in on this episode. Thank you guys for all the support. Like, I've been traveling up and down. I've been in Vegas. Just did an episode with the owner of 303 in the Cuts. Owner just did a brick and mortar shop and has been going booming with the business. So big shout out to Giuliano for doing, the best you're doing. And it's amazing that I had the blessing and opportunity to meet you, to get the interview, and to try that $100 tiramisu. And I'm joking, y'all. It ain't $100, but in my heart, it's worth $100. So, anywho, a couple things. Bus Boys is coming out for all my fans that are Theo Von fans, David Spade fans. Want to see a brand new movie. I know he's been promoted on his own podcast, and I'm going to help too as a podcaster, as a fellow podcaster and a fan of another show, because that's okay. Me as a podcaster, I can be a fan of another show. And let me put you guys on some shows since I'm already talking about. Well, Theo Von's show is really good. Joey Diaz, Two Bears, One Cave. I like listening to Tom Segura, Bert, Stiff Socks podcast. Fat Fish podcast sometimes. We'll put Tiger Belly. I'll put on Ralph Barboza too. Like, it's just there's shows, so it's okay to be a fan. And like I said, there's a brand new movie coming out called Bus Boys, so make sure you guys reserve your tickets. The more tickets that are bought or pre-bought, the better opportunities for us folks out here in California to be able to see the movie. Because I'm not trying to travel all super far to go see my movie when I can, try to get it closer. But let's all support. They paid out of their own pocket. It's a movie that they put together. And there are some surprise guests that you guys don't want to miss out. Trust me. Stay tuned for the episode where I talk about this, which is next week. Maybe I'll even drop an episode on my birthday. Who knows? But this Friday, I have a brand new episode coming out with Balance. This is technically episode number 3 with him. I had episode 2 on my hard drive and it disappeared. Hard drive disappeared. I don't know where it went. So I lost a forever episode, which sucks because we had some great stuff on there. But this is technically episode 2. So episode 2 is coming out this Friday. Make sure you guys tap in. Video will drop Saturday, but the audio will come out Friday. And Balance is right now, so far, the most viewed artist listened to episode on the podcast so far. Was the first big artist on the show, which actually was the first artist on the show. So he holds the record still for being the most listened to. Now, it's your guys' job and goal to pick your favorite artist out of all the artists I've interviewed. Tell me on Around the Loop Podcast on Instagram, who was your favorite, why, and would you guys like to see him on the show again? That's my question. Who would you like to see on the show again? Because I know there's some familiar faces, some returning people you guys want to see, and maybe there's some people that, you know, it's a one-time deal, and that's okay. That's okay. So, like I said, thank you for tuning in on Around the Loop Podcast. You can find me on Around the Loop Podcast on Instagram, Around the Loop Podcast on TikTok, Around the Loop Podcast on YouTube. You can find me on iHeartRadio. You can find me on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Deezer, Amazon Music. Anywhere there is a podcast dropping, my episode most likely will be there on that platform. Couldn't have done it without you guys, without all the support. So thank you so much for everything. Thank you guys. And this is just a little update. There is Farmers Cup for all my cannabis fans. There's Farmers Cup coming up in the beginning of May. So stay tuned for that. It's a 420 event. You don't want to miss out for this one. I'm telling you, every single one just gets better. The community that gets together, it's amazing. And even if you're not a consumer, come on out and experience a different community. Just experience it. Because it's not the same going to an event where everybody's drinking beer, where fights happen like that, where fights break out. I have not, myself personally, not seen people break out into fights at a cannabis event. Like, how can you be upset at a cannabis event? Crazy. But that's another thing. That's not for everybody. And at the end of the day, I only try to educate the audience. So if that's for you, great. If it's not for you, it's okay. Maybe a drink, maybe a beer, maybe a nice wine, maybe a nice something is for you, and that's okay. But coming up on 7 years of sobriety, like, I don't miss it one bit. But I do love my cannabis, and that's what saved me, and that's what helps me. But what helps me might not help you, and what helps you might not help me. But this show, you know, I'm here to educate you guys. I'm here to put you on. I'm here to motivate. Because at the end of the day, cannabis doesn't affect me as a person. It doesn't affect how I am as my creativity. It doesn't affect me as a person. It doesn't affect my motivation. It doesn't affect my strive. It doesn't affect anything. Like, I'm still the same person. I'm still out here striving to be better every day. Trying to come up with better ideas, better concepts, what I can do to shine, to leave my footprint, not to be better than the other person. No, because at the end of the day, everybody has their own eye in videography, their own eye in photography. And sometimes it's okay to come out and collaborate with one another or unite and come in unity, because everybody has their own style. So sometimes it's okay to take notes. Sometimes it's okay to ask for help. I reach out to folks and I like to ask, hey, what camera did you use? If you don't mind me asking it, I'll ask. You know, and whether the person would like to share, they can. If they don't want to, that's personally fine, because I respect it. And 99% of the time, I've never had 100% of the time, when I ask, the individual does in return will tell me what they used. And for me, it helps me get creative. And I tell people too, When folks see my gimbal, they're like, whoa, what is that? And I'm like, it's an iPhone 16 Pro Max, got the small rig clip here. I have the moment lens. I have the DJI mic minis, mic 3s, depending on which setup. I have the RS4 mini. Like, there's a setup for it. And just to show you guys that you can turn your phone into anything. But once you turn the device into a certain thing, like, you turn your iPhone into a full camera, got to understand how that works. It heats up a lot faster. If you don't have some sort of power source connected to it, it dies a lot faster. Sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice audio, clean audio, for an SSD drive. So it's kind of a mix and match. There are ways around it, and it's okay. Just ask. Feel free to ask. Feel free to ask me. I'll put you on. I'll set you up. I'll get you on the right settings for what I think I've learned. A lot of these things, you guys, I look up on YouTube. So that's that. And other news, make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you help each other. Remember, 420 is coming up at Off the Charts. So talking about 420, 420 is Monday. For all my fans out there, for all my folks in the community, come out to Off the Charts on Monday. Monday, they are doing a 50% off the whole store. 50% off on a Monday. Who doesn't want to wake up on a Monday, on a beautiful Monday? Get your 50% off, half off the door. So my folks that like, your great brands like Hashish, like Jetty, like Raw Garden, like LAX Packs, like CBX, like Tyson 2.0. There's so many brands. I wish I can name them off the top of my head. It's hard, but 50% off. And you heard it here on ATLP. You heard it on this episode. Catch it on Instagram. I'm telling you guys, you really want to tap in on Instagram. Don't miss out. Like I said, birthday is next week. So if you guys would love to show some sort of appreciation, some support, send me a message on Around the Loop Podcast. I would love any kind of support would be great. I'm not asking for anything. I'm not expecting anything in return. But what I do ask for my folks out there, if you don't have any money, which is okay, because this is actually my biggest favor I ask for all my audience. For my birthday, I would love for you guys to be able to share my show. That's the biggest gift I ask, is if you guys can share my show and take the moment, just go one friend and have that friend share it to another friend. At least, share my show with 5 people that you personally know. And this is to everybody around the world. I would love for my birthday next year, or this next week, Thursday, for you guys to share it for 5 people. Show them my podcast. And for those 5 people to listen at least one episode. And that would mean the world. And to see that, 5 people share to 5 people, and that just multiplies. And that's all over the world. I can't wait to see from 45 countries to more, 46, to double. Like, I'm just going to be mind blown. And I couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you. Like, I'm super thankful. Thank you for, tuning in with this this man with the cowboy hat, man with the dreams, and man that's here to give everybody a platform to share theirs. So have a great day. Tune in for this Friday's episode with Balance. You don't want to miss out. And thank you guys.